I'm going to begin my makeup look today with some skincare. I'm going to start with the Uplift Firming Serum from City Beauty. I use about half a pump. I use a good bit. A half a pump will seem like a lot, but it soaks right in, and then I can carry some down my neck too. I also want some eye cream before I start, and I'm going to use the City Beauty Under Eye Rescue. No, it's Under Eye Recovery. And I put it under my eye and on my lids. And I'm going to use the Ultra Firming Dry Oil that is launching on May 9th. I like to drizzle this on my chest like that. And it immediate effect is a pretty glisten. The long-term effect is it diminishes the appearance of crepiness on your neck and chest. And I have new curling iron burns on my neck. I think it's when I use a curling wand that I run into problems. All right, I'm going to use this Sigma, it's called a brow crayon, but I'm going to use it as my eyeshadow primer today because it's very pink. It's kind of like a stick eyeshadow. Let me get my brushes where I can reach them. I'm going to use this concealer brush from Sigma to blend this. No, it's from Sephora. Actually, I'm going to use my finger. I think I waited too long and it's starting to set up. That gives me a nice, bright, smooth, even canvas to begin my eye look. Like that. I pulled out the Morphe, what is it called? I'll put the name of it right here when I edit. It's called Bronze something. Bronze Goals. And I'm going to try to do a not so warm look with this palette today, which will be pretty challenging because that's mostly what it is. But we'll see how it turns out. I'm going to begin with this gray in the outer corners. Like this. And bring it underneath. And then I'm going to take a clean brush and blend that. I'm going for a evening event look. Perfect look to go with your little black dress. Cocktail party, rehearsal dinner, wedding rehearsal dinner, something like that. All right. And now I'm going to get the other side. I'm laying it down where I want it to be the darkest first, and then spreading out from there. And then I'm taking my clean brush again and blending that out, smoking it out. I'm finding that this Morphe palette, the shadows blend well and don't blend away. You know how some of them, if you start blending on them, they just disappear. Or it just all becomes one color. There's no definition. No gradient. It's just, it's as if you put one shadow on, which is not the case with this palette. So I smoked that out real good, and I will correct the direction that the shadows look like they're going right now. Right now it's pulling my eyes down, but we'll fix that with our concealer. That color was called Night Dip. And the next color I'm going into is called Hotness. I'm going to use my finger to apply that. It's warmer than I thought it would be. I thought it would be more, I thought it would have some cooler tones in it. It's not, it's reflect, I guess it's the reflect that's making it warmer. Now I'm going to move to brows. I'm going to use this NYX pencil in Espresso. First I'm going to brush my brows in the direction that I want them to go. I'm going to put a nice point on my pencil so that it will, I can simulate brow hairs. And I find that a lighter touch, if you don't press hard, you can get a finer line. So I'm using a really light touch. And this Espresso is about the color of the roots of my hair. And it's neutral. It doesn't seem to have a lot of yellow or red in it, which I do not like for my brows. Unless I'm going for a look where I'm trying to look like a person that would have reddish brows. I like this particular formula from NYX. They call it a brow powder pencil. I'm not sure why, because I'm not getting that vibe from it at all. I feel like it's very creamy. Alright, I've got the brows on. Now I'm going to brush that product through. It gives it kind of a hazy look when you do that, and I kind of like that. Throughout the body of the brow, on the head of the brow and the tail, I like it a little more crisp. I'm going to add the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter because I do feel like it holds the product in my brows all day. I was having a problem. I had gotten away from this brow gel, and I was having a problem with my brows disappearing throughout the day. And this just kind of seems to seal it in. I guess it's like setting your makeup, but it's setting your brows. I like the way the brow pencil that I used, the pink brow pencil, brow highlight, I like the way that's looking underneath my brow now. I have a spot right here where my brow is tattooed and it's coming down, and I want to hide that a little, camouflage it a little bit. It's not going to go away completely, but there we go. All right, back to the eyes. I'm going to use my Huda eyeliner, and I'm going to put it on the tight line. It immediately makes my lash line pop, right? On top of these lashes a little bit. And that was the Huda double-ended liner. It's got a liquid liner on one end and a pencil or crayon on the other. And now I'm going to use the Huda Legit lashes. And I start with and it's double-ended. I start with the straight end first. And this lengthens or volumizes. I don't know. This is the volume end. And the other end lengthens and curls. I'm doing these other details on my eyes, that's why I plot out what else I'm going to do as far as the eyeshadow is concerned. I'm hitting the bottom lashes too. Now back to I guess I need to let those dry. In the meantime, I'll put on a primer on my face. I think that today I'm going to use the Victoria Beckham. It comes in a bottle like this. It's Victoria Beckham by Augustus Bader. I love the way this primer feels. It's awesome sauce. Oh. Let me know in the comments if you have this primer and if you love it as much as I do. Loves it. Okay, I think my eyelashes are probably dry enough now that I can go in and clean up any places where I dotted my lids and add a little more dimension to the eye look. All right. While the camera was cooling off, I went ahead and put my foundation on, and I used the Too Faced Born This Way in the color Seashell. And I also used the Biscuit by Westman Atelier to contour here and here and here in my jawline, and I blended it in with the same brush that I used to apply my foundation. And the brush that I'm using today is a Mally brush. So that's where we are now. I'm going to put my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind underneath my eyes. Down the middle of my nose. Like that. And I'm going to use my favorite concealer brush. For this particular job, I love this e.l.f. concealer brush. blend. Like that. And it looks like I took off some of my corner on this eye, so I can fix that by just picking up the brush that I applied it with originally. And dragging it back out. Like that. Alright, I've been using the Bare Minerals to set my makeup lately. I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to use my Becca Hydra Mist. I'm going to try to. I can't seem to get the cover off of it. There, mission accomplished. And I'm going to take my Sonia Kavler powder brush that I like to use to set my makeup. I understand this powder has been discontinued. It doesn't matter to me because I wasn't that impressed by it anyway. Vicky has a video where she compares a drugstore powder to this. If I can find it, I'll link it. Anyway, it's MZVicky, MZVicky. She does, I can't remember what it was, like LA, I don't know. I don't know which drugstore brand made a dupe for that Becca. And Becca's not going to carry that anymore. And I don't care anyway because the attraction to it was the cooling feeling it gave you when you first put it on. But that dries up and goes away really fast. All right, now I need a bronzer to bronze. What the heck is on my brush? I think those are freckles. No, that's a dirty spot. I don't know what happened here. All right, so this is it's pretty dark, but I'm going in light-handed. Contour my nose a little bit. Run this bronzer down the edge of that Maybelline Instant Age Rewind that I put on my nose. And I'm gonna bronze up. That foundation I have is too light, but I really like the tone of it. I would like to get another foundation. I usually buy warm neutral, and this is a rosy neutral. I think it helps to cancel out some of the yellow in my skin. I'm very golden. And I'm digging the not so golden lately. Now for a blush. Oh, I had the Buxom out. Well, that's what I used in my last video, so we'll get to see some variety. I need a new blush. I'm gonna use this Lawless blush. It's in the color Soft Nectar. And I'm gonna use it right under my eyeball, like that, to make me look sunburned. A little bit right there. Now I'm gonna move on to lips. I received my oak lip pencil, so let's do a look with that. It should be the long one, the one that hasn't been sharpened so many times. Found it. First I'm going to do the lip color and then I'm going to line. I'm going to use my Kim KW by Charlotte Tilbury. Pat that in good. It's a very stiff formula. And then I'm going to line with the oak. So it turns out that the oak pencil matches that lipstick perfectly. And that's not what I was going for. So I'm gonna go with, not Bronzel, I want the other, I want Ideal. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ideal. Perfect, that's what I was going for. That worked much better. So if you want a pencil that matches Kim KW, it would be oak. If you want one to contrast a little bit, it's Ideal by Lancome. Be sure and expand, hit the little tap it, and the description box will open out and you can see a list of the products I used. So that's the lip. I'm buffing that powder in. What I was using was the Becca Hydra Mist powder, and mine's missing the Hydra Mist part now. Now it's just powder. Now I'm gonna go with a highlighter, and I've gotten a lot of compliments on this one. This is the Huda Beauty 3D palette in the Pink Sands edition. Look in the description box. If it didn't show, look in the description box. And I'm gonna use my Morphe Fan Brush to apply this. And it's got a cream, it's a cream to powder sort of dealio in the color Capri. So I start with that. And then I take the other three colors. They are, this one is Ibiza, Azores, and Santorini. I'm going to just mix all three of them. Like that. Now that I have my concealer on, I can do the tear duct portion of the eye look. I'm going to take the color in the top left hand corner, and it's called Glare. I'm going to wet my brush. This is the Morphe Strawberry setting spray that was a collab with Jeffree Star. It's really not making as bright a statement as what I'm looking for. So I'm taking the gold one from the Huda palette and going in with that. Hydra Mist powder doesn't seem to mat down very much, does it? I think I'll go in one more time with that. With a beauty blender. To be perfectly honest, I haven't used this powder very often. I don't know why. I think because mainly I like a powder that adds more coverage. And I guess this is just a setting powder. I guess I was just never wowed by it. But I will list in the description box the drugstore one that's the dupe for it. So there's another look using the Bronze Golds palette from Morphe. The other one was kind of oranges and yellows. It was really warm. This one's going a little towards the cool side. Let me know if you like this eye look. Also let me know if you ever forget to brush off your baking. And what blush are you pulling out every day this spring to use? I am, again, bored with what I have, or I don't know, bored with my blushes that I have. Let me know in the description box one that you would recommend. Y'all have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Ta-ta!